Hello, my lovelies. How are you today? Happy Monday. Linnea here with Yarntube and Flosstube. Let's get started. How was your weekend, though? Let me know in the comments, okay? Oh, speaking of comments, and welcome to my channel, and welcome back. Comments. I check them once a day. So if you don't see your comment up there, just know that I haven't checked it yet. Checked them and published because I have them set to must review prior to publication. Okay. So let's get started with the yarn tube portion, shall we? I finished the mate to the test knit socks I was doing for performing for that Metzbauer girl. She's over on Ravelry. And I finished the second sock yesterday around 6:30 in the evening. So, and I have not blocked them. I'm still trying to decide if I'm going to block them or not, but here they are. They're just gorgeous. Let me do this so you can maybe see them a little bit better. And you can also view these on my Instagram account, which is just me, Linnea. So you can go there and view them. But okay, let's try this. Can you see that? Oh, every time I go to show you something, I don't get the right light on them. There they are, and this would make a beautiful fingerless mitts design as well. I don't know if you can see the backs. Oh, you can't really see the back side. Very good. Let me try something else here. And this is a traditional heel flap, heel turn. Let's go this way. Isn't it they're just so gorgeous. I love them. So those are done. She only requires one sock to be fully completed, and then your test knit obligation is done. But to me, it's silly to not make the other one. And you know, I really did not get second sock syndrome, aka SSS or triple S, with this pair, which was interesting to me because usually I do. If I have to make two of something, I groan at the second one. Oh, well, that's okay. So then I wanted to crochet something. I wanted something quick and satisfying and to feel accomplished because those socks took me a while. I started them 2 weeks ago yesterday, and I believe there were 2 days on each one that I did not work on them. So it took me 10 days to knit the complete pair of socks. So that's 5 days each, which is not bad. Typically, I like my socks shorter on the leg. I like them more, just above the ankle or so. But the pattern was so engaging and so pretty and really, really cable knitting intensive that I just couldn't pass up the opportunity to make them longer. So that's what I did. So I grabbed back to the next project. I've had this yarn here pre-COVID pandemic, all right, from Hobbii Yarns, and that is how you pronounce it. It's Hobbii. They are in Denmark, and this, isn't that fun? Isn't that such a fun color? And I started this, it reminds me of sherbet. I started this Evander washcloth, and that is designed by Michelle of Two Brothers Blankets. And I got through row 10 last night, so I only have 8 more rows to crochet. It is the extended half double crochet, which is really very easy to crochet. I may make a little video tutorial of it. It's super easy, but yeah, so I got through row 10, so I have 8 more to crochet, and then I am going to put a border on it and probably a hanging loop just for ease of drying and for hanging in the shower or whatever, wherever I use it. But it is a spot cloth and it will be finished today. So I'll show you that next week when it's all done. Which brings us, oh, so I am now an affiliate of Stardust Crochet. Her name is Tasha. She is such a great gal. And when you use the link that will be down below in the description box, when you use that link, you will get, there's a, I think, a 10% off coupon for you. And there is also, and then I will receive on patterns that you purchase from her, which are all PDF digital patterns. Excuse me. And or her lifetime membership, which is truly a lifetime. Once you buy it, you don't have to pay any dues or anything else, Jax. I will receive a little stipend from her. So just a little way of promoting another designer or a designer and that designs wonderful patterns, and also get a little residual income going for myself. So there we go on that. Let's see. Now for the Flosstube part. I did not drag it out of here yet. So I did make quite a bit of progress on my Redbird sampler. And I will get that out and show you. So last week, I showed you where I had ended back in November and hadn't picked it up since. And now I worked on these 3 rows. Yes, that really is 3 rows. Look how tiny they are. 3 rows there. And then I stitched on this, which is the beginning of the arch. And then there's a house or a barn, I forget which it is. But anyway, I'm working on that section. And when I get that finished, I will come back down here and I will work across the stitches that all border that, just like this. I hope you follow that. So I did that on that, and then I did not stitch at all on my Black Dog sampler. However, I did find the middle of my fabric. I cut the fabric to size that I want it to stitch on. And then I also found the middle of my fabric, which that was interesting because I did not iron it with my iron previously. And so I had to really flatten it out, and I enlisted one of my little guy's assistants, and he did such a good job for me. Such a good job. He followed directions, and I've also found out that the 3-year-old, almost 4-year-old, but the 3-year-old really enjoys counted cross stitch. So I think I'm going to find a kit for him, get it for him, and teach him how to do it, because he just had a blast pulling the needle through. I got it up through the hole, and then he grabbed it and pulled it through. He's a pro, you guys. Okay, so I found the center of my fabric here, and I'll show you how I've marked it, because there is absolutely, the center stitch is not a stitch. It is a blank square. So I just put my needle in. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Hopefully you can. The needle is right here. And that bottom square where it's going through. Let's see if I can get it here without mucking it up. This bottom square right here where the needle's going through, that is a direct center. I've not gridded it yet. I typically grid just the 40 squares going around the center that are comprise the center. That's how I grid my fabric. Some people grid their fabric the entire design. I typically don't do that. One, because it takes me that much longer, to be honest with you, and it takes me longer to get to the stitching. And the second is, I figure if you've got your center gridded, you know what you're doing. You're good to go. That's me though. That may not be you, and if you do it different, that's fine. Those of you that do cross stitch, do you grid with thread? Do you grid at all? If not, it's a good idea to do it. If you do you grid with thread, or do you use the fusion pens? Oh, that's typically what I use, is a fusion pen, but because they're heat disappearing, so when you put your iron on it, it disappears. And then of course when you wash it, that's even better. But Jerry is not here, and so I need him to pick the bed up to get to my fusion pens. So, because they're in my sewing kit, because I use them for quilting a lot. So I'm going to be doing it with thread this time. So anyway, it's not started yet. It is started technically. So there's that. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, I wanted to show you another project I'm going to be adding to my WIPS here. So far I've got, so far I have, how many WIPS do I have? I have 2 WIPS, cross stitch wise. I have the crochet washcloth, which will be done after I finish this video up. And that's it. I don't have a knitting project, but I wanted to show you this. I haven't even opened it up all the way. What this is a vintage crewel embroidery kit. It's a creative circle kit, which their kits were so wonderful. I really wish that company had not gone out of business. They were fabulous. They were fabulous to their consultants. They were fabulous to customers. It was just so much fun. But sadly, as so many go, they went bye-bye. But I'm excited for this. This is from Cheyenne Treasures, I want to say. Let me double check. Oh, she kind of changed her name. Sorry. Hang on. Deja Cheyenne is her name now. It's Deja Cheyenne Flea Market. And is a vintage crewel embroidery kit, kitchen spice sacks, farmhouse, from the 1980s. Yes, I remember this one. My mom made this one, and I don't know what happened to it, to her completed project, but I will show you this. She always wraps me in tissue paper. Oh, my mom made that one for my dad too. The sandpipers. You can see that back there, but, and it is brand new in the package, never opened. And it is this one right here, which I just love it. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, I have to get that. So yeah, and it comes with the wool and some floss, and then it's got and their instructions were always so good. So that's going to be fun to do. So there is my embroidery project for another WIP. So let's see. Is that everything I have for you today? I want to say it is. I think it is. So I'm going to wish you a wonderful day. I'm going to remind you that I love you, and I'm so happy you're here. It's good to be back. We will see you very soon. Well, next week. All right. Have a great one, everybody. Put your comments down there. Just remember, be patient. I may not get to it right away. All right. I love you all. Mwah. Jesus loves you too. Bye.